Let's do a review on this magnificent revolver. My name is Tom with weaponseducation.com. Thank you, my friends, American Patriots, for subscribing and commenting and talking about this. I'm going to give you some information on the 357 Magnum from the Performance Center. That's 7 rounds. Now, what you want to know is why this gun is so special and why you want one. I would assume that's what you want to know. So let's go from there. It's special because, well, up until recently, we didn't have revolvers that hold 7 rounds of 357 Magnum. It also shoots 38 special. We'll get into that, which is another amazing round. The exact model of this revolver, and this is new to the collection. A lot of new pistols in this collection, so stay tuned, subscribe, tell your friends. Over 100 plus new videos coming. 686-S for 7. That's what this is. Close it with the crane and then click it, okay? Don't close any revolver with the cylinder and smash it shut. You close it with the crane and then click it. Nice. Okay, now let's talk about this revolver and what you need to know before you buy it. Well, first of all, there's 5 different size frames with Smith & Wesson in this educational video. You got the J frame here. Let's take a look at this here. Please zoom in on that. From the right to the left, the smallest to the largest is the J, and then the K, slightly bigger than the J. Oh, you can see the picture comparison. And I'm going to do a video on all the 5 different sizes of the revolvers that Smith & Wesson makes in the future. But for now, I want you to see this photo to understand if you buy this gun, it's the L frame. They call it the medium frame. It's a pretty big frame, and it has to be because it's holding 7 rounds. And then you go to the N for Nancy, and then you go all the way up to the Monster X frame for the 500 Magnum, and the 460 and things like that. So we're looking at the middle one there, the L frame. So I want you to understand that you can't just throw this in your pocket like it's a little J frame, the smallest one. And for a size comparison, you need to understand, okay, here's a J frame. My favorite Smith & Wesson little pocket pistol revolver is this one because, well, it's scandium and it's, you know, it's a $1,700 revolver. The M&P with the laser, and this J frame is absolutely spectacular, but it's only 5 rounds. If you go to Smith & Wesson's Performance Center, and we're going to talk about the Performance Center next in this segment, this is probably the most expensive revolver they sell, if not in the top 5 or 6. But you want a good scandium small J frame, so understand your frame sizes. Like I said, I'll do a video on that in the future. Now this is 7 rounds, so to hold 7 rounds, a couple of things have to happen. You need a bigger frame. So we jumped from the small J I just showed you, the 5 rounder. We know the 686, the normal 357 Magnum 686 is a 6 rounder, but to go to 7 rounds, you got to jump to that L frame. And the L frame it's a pretty hefty package. It's a couple pounds. It's a big package, but it's really magnificent. Now notice the cylinder here. Let's get into some particulars and learn. Well, people will say it's not so aesthetically beautiful because it's not what's called fluted. So here's a fluted barrel. Here's another J frame. This is another 357 Magnum with what's called a nice shrouded hammer. not internal, not fully hammer sticking out, shrouded. But look at the cylinder is what I'm trying to teach. Is it's fluted is what they call it. It reduces some weight there in the cylinder. So on this 7-round monster 357 Magnum, the 7X, is flat all around, non-fluted, to give it more steel to withhold the pressures of the 7 rounds. Now, not many people will tell you that, but that's the truth. Now, if you zoom in real close here, my friends, we're going to look at it. Also, we'll take a moon clip. What's called a moon clip. That's a way to load your gun. I recommend using even either a speed loader like this. You just pop it in and spin it and drop it. Or my favorite, what I keep in my pockets, a bunch of these, is these Bianchi speed loaders, and you put 2 in at its. You put 2 in and rotate it. You put 2 in and rotate it. And you put 2 in and rotate it, and you load it up real quick, and you pop out your empty brass and you throw it in your hand and put it in your pocket. So, yeah, you don't really be concerned with the fact that it comes moon clip ready. It shoots 38 special without the moon clip, and it shoots 357 Magnum, of course, without the moon clip. So now with that said, also keep in mind that, let me shut this here nice, is the Performance Center qualities. You want to buy any Smith & Wesson that you're purchasing to be a Performance Center. The reason being is that you get what's called a lifetime warranty, no matter who owns the revolver or pistol or any Smith & Wesson Performance Center gun. I will never buy a Smith & Wesson for the rest of my time on this earth unless it's a Performance Center. So with that said, when I went to purchase this, I asked the man, I was testing him. I go, what's different with I knew the answer. What's different with a Performance Center and a non-Performance Center like this one? This is a non-Performance Center. He goes, and he gave me one good answer. He got 50% of the answer right. Because here's a non-Performance Center. This is a good gun, and this is a 638-3, 38 special plus P. Very good gun. We're going to do videos on all these new additions to the collection. But that trigger, he goes, pull the trigger on a non-performance. Pull the trigger on a non-performance. Gosh, this is like, what is this thing? 12, 15, 20, I don't know. It's crazy. But it works, and it's perfect, it's awesome. But then he goes, pull the trigger on the Performance Center. Which I already knew the answer, like I said. I was just testing him. And I click, 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 easy speezy. And that's double action. You go single, of course. The trigger action is just so spectacular with the Performance Centers. And then the second part of the equation, like I was saying, is you have a lifetime warranty no matter who owns the gun. And I have proven success with multiple revolvers and semi-automatics that are Performance Center. And if I had any type of little glitches or failures, I send it back, no questions asked, repair the whole gun. And I've had a 500 Magnum rebuilt. It was like $1,100 repair. It was insane. But they made it all brand new for me. So that's why you want a Performance Center. Only get a Performance Center. And this 357 mag is called the 7X. 7X. Zoom in on that, please. And you want this revolver. Remember, it's bigger than the J frame, and it's bigger than the K frame. It's the L frame. Then you have the N, and then you have the Monster 500 Magnum. So it's not so small. Just keep that in mind. You'll want to holster this. This is not so much of a pocket pistol, even though it's only a 2.5-inch barrel. So we have a special hammer on it. What they call is the chrome teardrop hammer. If we zoom in right here, please, it is beautiful. It's wide and you can grip it easily. It's really special. Along with the cylinder release is the same type of material. Awesome, awesome hand craftsmanship. And we have a crowned barrel. Zoom in on that, please. And that is just absolutely spectacular. And it's all Performance Center tuned action. So with that, I must say, is only buy Performance Center. And if you're going to get a 357 mag, you get, if you want, the 7 round, but keep in mind it's a bigger frame than other 357 mags you can get. So it depends on what you're buying it for. If this is great for hunting and maybe not so much of a pocket pistol, but I sell the holsters at weaponseducationholsters.com, and if you want a holster I can put across your chest and things like that, or on your hip, but the shoulder holsters is the way to go for something like this. This is a spectacular gun. The grips, oh gosh, these, I love wood grips. There's this, I know that some people might say the rubber is better on your hands, the G10, but I tell you that those wooden grips, they're just perfect. I can deal with it. I love it. And the trigger action, spectacular. The sights are spectacular. You can take a zoom in on that. You get that big, bright red dot up there, red front sight. You got serrations on the top here. All this attention to detail. Serrations on the Performance Center, all by hand. All finished by hand. And there you go. There's my review on the 357 Magnum-7 X is this exact model. And this is what you want if you want a 7-round revolver. Made by Smith & Wesson. Only get the Performance Center. And my name is Tom. Please thumb up the video. Tell your friends. Ring that bell. Get notifications. Let's stay American patriots. Let's stick together. Let's stick together. And, you know, this is the greatest audience, I must say. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your comments. Throw in your comments. Do you own a Smith revolver? This is Smith Revolver Talk. Bye-bye. Thank you.